It is absolutely a partnership for them to be able to put money in with you. You know what I mean? It has to
Yeah.
be a partnership.
Yeah.
The more higher educated they are in the investment, the better partner they become. There you go. There's my guarantee. Do nothing. Guess what? You're going to get absolutely nothing.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Or, as I said earlier, massive due diligence. Be smart. Right? Don't invest money that you're not prepared to lose. I had an incredibly smart guy, business professional, say to me one time, it was $100,000 going into a project. And he said to me, he said, Dave, come on, just you and I talking now. What's the worst case scenario? I said, SEC compliance demands that I tell you this. Listen to these words carefully. 100% hear them. You can lose every single dollar that you invest in this project. Every one of them. He went, then why don't I just leave the money in the bank? And that was it. That was when I knew it. And I'm like, dude, what's the inflationary rate and what are you earning in the bank? He goes,
Yeah.
I'm up to like 2% now or something, whatever it was. Some
Woohoo,
kind of, yeah,
2%.
some kind of kiss my rear end return profile. I just gently guided him. But again, it's smashing concepts of a lifetime. This guy's a successful guy. He's probably, I don't know, 750,000 a year in salary, and then another, I don't know, 300-400 a year in bonuses on his profession. So high earner, good earner, but financially stupid. And I say that with
Yeah.
respect, right?
Yeah.
Like your doctor. Thank God we have the doctors. Thank God they're experienced and they know what they're doing, because I might need them one day. You might, our kids might. I almost look at that as we have a responsibility to educate them, right? The doctors, even the lawyers, the dentists, the chiropractors, the corporate professionals, and just show them, the underwriting is not that complicated. You can learn it if you can do fifth grade math. Then you've got to bring in all of the data, bring all of that data to the table. Then stress test your deal. Stress test it. What happens if the cost of construction goes up 2%? What happens if it goes down to? What if inflation goes up to, down to? What if, the rents stabilize? What if they go down? What about if costs, right? And once you stress test the deal, you get an element of confidence, because at the end of the day, they are investing in you. Guy said to me one time, he goes, Dave, I understand the deal about 90%. He said, but I'm investing in you, the jockey, not the horse. He
Yes.
says, don't fall off the horse, dude. Don't fall off the horse. So, you take that stuff seriously, but it is absolutely a partnership for them to be able to put money in with you. You know what I mean? It has to
Yeah.
be a partnership.
Yeah.
The higher educated they are in the investment, the better partner they become, because they're not busting your chops. They're not in your ears 24/7. You give them their updates. You let them know what's going well, what isn't, and you keep trucking along together. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. And critical to, if people, I think the investors need to definitely become educated. You don't need to know it all.
No.
Shoot, when we first started doing multifamily syndications, we went to a 3-day seminar. We go, all right, well, we got some money sitting around in these 401ks. Who should we invest with? So that was a little bit crazy that we did that.
Yeah.
But here's what we did. We jumped in.
Yes.
Did
Yes.
we know, like, and trust? We probably liked. We probably kind of trusted, and we knew them. So at the end of the day, yeah, we kind of got it right. But I think the moral of the story is we jumped in. We took a
Yeah.
chance,
Yeah.
right? We
Yeah.
belonged we joined a large multifamily group, and we felt comfortable enough that organization itself provided good knowledge and that there was like decent people.
Do you remember who that was by any chance?
I do. Yeah, we could talk about it off the air.
Oh, talk about it online. I know it is. It's probably fortune builders, or maybe all right.
So
We'll
no,
talk
so
offline.
I go ahead and mention it. So we joined the Brad Sumrock
Oh yeah.
multifamily
Okay.
group. Yeah, and so we
Yeah.
joined their mastermind pretty much at the same time. And I felt that group was good enough to kind of jump in, and I felt like after 3 days or a few day sessions that I knew enough and felt comfortable enough. I mean, are you ever comfortable enough? No, but that's
No,
part of
no,
being
you're
an
not.
entrepreneur. You have
You're
to
not.
you have to understand what your level of risk is, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and one of the things that my husband says is, "Hey, man, we're getting 100% bonus depreciation. So if we lose this 100K, I already won.
You already won. Yeah, yeah.
So I would
That's
love to get the
hard to
100.
wrap your head around that.
It's
It's
hard to
hard for
wrap a
some
lot of
people.
people's head around that." But he was like, that $88,000 negative K1
Hmm.
is going to offset my
Hmm.
W-2 income.
Hmm.
And right now, that's what I care about. And he was like,
Yeah,
it'll be gravy on the top when we get the $100,000 back.
yeah,
Maybe get some
yeah,
little distributions here and there. But man, if we double it, that's going to be a home run.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
No, but it
yeah.
is, it's a very obscure thing for people to wrap their heads around.
It's a conversion. It's a conversion to understanding, and not everybody will be converted. They just won't. We looked at it and we said, how can we, how can we supply that? Like I said, motivation is temporary, discipline is permanency, right? How can we supply the motivation for them to actually click a button and watch something, right? And then number two, what kind of discipline can we give them afterwards? And the way we structured it out my days of getting on a plane and coming to Pittsburgh and speaking for 3 days in a ballroom, and I don't know, I'd rather be at home with my wife and my kids. But how can I get that quality of education still out there? How can I be personable? Like you and I have not met before. We tried this one other time. We had some technical challenges, right? And we came back on. Look, I know you. I already know you. Like I get it. And I think I'm receiving the same understanding here, right?
Yeah.
So can I do that in the AI world? Can I do that in a automated system? And we've got a lot of success in delivering that.
Right.
We've created a couple of like documentaries. Inflation Nation, which is a 1 hour documentary that we shot down in Florida. That's free. It gives some people some ideas. We talk about 401ks. We talk about taxes. We talk about the economy. We have free resources and books and things to get some engagement. And at the end of the day, I want 90% of the people to, this is going to sound terrible, I want 90% of the people to go away, because they're
Yeah.
going to end up taking precious time from us. So we deliver a systematized approach, classes that they attend. But how cool is it to attend a class and then come out of it and go, OMG, I've been looking at these things, you know, the wrong way. I see the light.
Yeah.
It's almost like that. So it's not like you got to go to school. It's, do you want to learn how to live a better life? That's
Yeah.
the messaging around it.
Yeah.
And then be able to have them use all of our systems, our underwriting software, our analysis stuff. Use our. We just loaded up a new system for lead generation. We've got an AI system that will scrape certain properties in certain criteria in certain markets and say, based on our data points, these properties are ripe for a phone call or a letter or an outreach as
Mm,
a potential seller. That's huge. That's huge,
it
because
is.
you and I both know most of the stuff is sitting on LoopNet we don't want. If it's sitting on Crexy, we don't want it. We're going to see more coming into the market through the distressed asset and all the paper that's coming. But what if you're prepared now, right? What if when that bell goes off, you're like, yes, round one, let's
Yes.
go. You know what I mean? What would that feel like? So that's what we're doing with our education
I
platform.
love
And I
it.
love to hear that you did the same thing. You went, you go through it. You go through it rather than sitting in the, here's a word I hate. Maybe I think you do too. I think you do. I'm going to say it, and I know you're going to agree with
Go
me.
ahead.
Complacency,
Oh, yeah.
right? Am I right or am I wrong? I mean, come on. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good. Yeah, you're good until you're not,
Yeah.
because you're
Good
not
until you
being
get
good.
that, hey, can you come in my office?
Yeah,
We gotta cut your job, and you have
yeah,
$5,000
yeah,
in the bank to your name because
yeah,
you're living paycheck to paycheck because inflation is
yeah,
double digits and you're
yeah,
getting a 8% raise and you're
yeah,
thinking you're doing good.
yeah.
You're not.
Or watch this one. This hurts. I'm sorry. We thought it was benign, but it isn't.
Yeah. Right.
And I
Yeah.
know that
And here
I
you
know that's
are,
maybe
40,
pushing the
50.
line,
Yeah.
right?
And
But
now
it's out there.
Yeah, you can't fulfill those dreams that you have because you
Mm-hmm.
can't reach that age.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the messages, one of the things that I'm kind of telling my husband now is we're very active, right? Managing our portfolio is we still need to take the time to enjoy the journey.
Yes. Yes.
Because what is the final destination? I don't know. It could be tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I happen to just, you know, somebody
Yeah.
decides that it's my time to go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's really important to enjoy that journey
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
whatever your goals are.
I remember as a student sitting in classes similar to the one you described, and they'd have the asset protection piece, right? The planning piece. And I'm broke as a joke when I started. I'm a working class kid. All I could do is buy more stuff and work more hours. That's all I knew. And I'd start with these asset protection classes and I'd shut off. Mentally, I'd check out because I'm like, protect what? I'm going to protect my $70,000 in unsecured credit card debt? No, I'm not going to protect that. You can have that, right?
Right.
Like my brain was in a different place, but it didn't take long for that to turn, right? For that to turn. I remember the first year I spent more in taxes than I had earned the 3 prior years. My tax bill was 3 times my prior year's earnings. What does that tell you? That tells you we had a pretty good year that year, right? And when you start to think that way, if you're excited to pay large tax bills, don't pay 1 penny more than you should legally. But when you pay large tax bills, it means you had a good year that year. So asset protection, we teach that. How do you structure yourself? Do you have a flow? Do you have the way to offset, like we talked about? Are you an S corp with a pass through? A pass through. Is your LLC a pass through? How are you structuring these things? And there are some people who just geek out on that stuff. It's not me. I just reap the benefits. That stuff will make me want to stick pins in my eyes. There's so many things out there that my dad never taught me because he didn't know, because his dad didn't know, right? So the good news is you and I, we broke the chain. If you got the info I got as a kid, you and I broke the chain. High
Yeah.
five to us, right?
Yeah.
High five to us.
We do
Your
this.
10-year-old, my 50.
How doesn't that happen when I do that? It's only
You
you.
got, I
Oh,
mean,
did it happen? Oh, there we go. Got to hold it for a long time.
I don't know what, it's some kind of stupid download or something. It's the small things like that that excite me today.
Yeah, me
Kid.
too.
Yeah.
So Dave, we're kind of at the end here.
Yeah.
What is the last bit of advice or the last statement that you want our viewers to kind of have in their mind as they, finish this podcast?
Yeah. It's funny. So we did the TV show Flipping Boston, right? So 1 minute I'm in the firehouse watching these shows, then I'm filming these shows, and then I'm the guy on the CNBC, CBS, all of that stuff. I'm a pundit all of a sudden. And I remember it was On the Street was a CNBC show. And the reason I give you this context is it came from wherever. Maybe it was divine intervention. JC came down and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, use this line. It's a good one." But it came down anyway. And he was being kind of ornery, the interviewer. And he's like, "What would you tell people, other than get a TV show? What would you tell people is the best way to get into the house flipping and investment business?" He's being a ding dong. And I told you, Jesus came down and whispered in my ear. And I said a line that day, and I've used it ever since. And I'll leave it with you guys. Educate, don't speculate. Nice and simple. Educate, don't speculate. And then finally, after that, implement. Do something. Don't wallow in your own magnificence and intelligence. It doesn't matter in the real world. In the real world, it matters about what you do, not what you know. But the more you know, the better you do. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So that's how I try and play this game to the best of my ability.
All right, Dave. So how you get in touch with Dave? We have it. Just go here. I don't know. You
Go
do that,
here,
Dave.
there,
Here, there, wherever it's going to be. We'll have a list of like all the different ways that you can connect with Dave and learn more about his programs and his company. So click on those links and you'll be able to get in touch with him to continue this conversation. So thanks so much, Dave. It's been awesome, and hope to do business someday.
I love it. Looking forward to it. Take care.
Awesome.
Bye.
Jacqueline and Melvin, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to this episode of Get Diversified. Please make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss out on future episodes. Finally, stop by our website and follow us on social media. Ciao for now. Make it a great day, and we'll see you next time. And remember, get diversified.